Hi everyone. Hope you are all doing well. ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಲ್ವಾ? In the previous part of the video, I have solved exercise 1.1 of the chapter real numbers till question number 3. In this part of the video, we will solve remaining questions from question number 4. Also, in one of the video, I have discussed all the important points that you need to remember from the chapter real numbers in order to solve any exercise question or any other questions related to the chapter. ಈ ಹಿಂದಿನ ಒಂದು ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ರಿಯಲ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಪಾಠದ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಏನೇನಿದೆ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ತಿಳಿದಿರಬೇಕಾದಂತ ಅತಿ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅಂಶಗಳನ್ನ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ತಿಳಿಸಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೇನೆ. ಆ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನ ನೋಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಬೇಕಾದಂತಹ ಲಿಂಕ್ ಅನ್ನು ಕೂಡ it will be provided to you in the description box below this video. Please do watch it and then you can easily solve all the exercise questions from the chapter real numbers. ಆ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ಸ್ ಇರುವಂತಹ ವಿಡಿಯೋವನ್ನ ನೋಡಿ ಆನಂತರ ನೀವು ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದ್ರೆ ಆರಾಮ್ಸೆ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಆಲ್ ದಿ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ಯುವರ್ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್. ಸೊ ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ನಂಬರ್ 4 of exercise 1.1, question states that given HCF of 306 and 657 is equal to 9. Find LCM of 306 and 657. ಸೊ ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ ಎರಡು ನಂಬರ್ನ HCF ಅನ್ನ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಹಾಗೆ LCM ಅನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ಸಿನ್ಸ್ ದೇ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಗಿವನ್ ಅಸ್ ಟೂ ನಂಬರ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ HCF, instead of going for prime factorization, let us use the formula that we have learnt. I hope you all remember the formula that we have learnt. Another formula, just try to recall the formula. It is the product of HCF and LCM of two numbers is equal to the product of two numbers. Okay, so I'll just write it. So we have learned product of LCM and HCF of two numbers is equal to the product of numbers. It is equal to the product of numbers. So now, using this formula, let us find the LCM of the given two numbers. So they have given us HCF is 9. Okay, we need to find LCM. HCF is 9 and that is equal to product of numbers. Yavadella numbers kottiruvantadu? We are given 306 and 657 are the two numbers. Okay, so now let us solve. We need to find LCM. Okay, on the right hand side we have 306 multiplied by 657. On the left hand side we have a 9, right? That is multiplied to the LCM. Illi 9 anna LCM ge multiply madidare. When I shift that 9 to the right hand side, I should divide it. So now 306 into 657 divided by 9. Let us simplify. So here 9 ones are, okay, 9 threes are 27, 3 is left out, 36, okay. So 9 fours are 36. So now we have to simplify 34 into 657. Now let us find the product of 34 and 657. So that will be the LCM of these two numbers. So 657 into 34. 7 4s are 28. 4 5s are 20 plus 2, 22. 6 into 4, 24 plus 2, 26. 3 7s are 21, 2 in hand. 5 3s are 15, 16, 17. Now 1, 18 plus 1, 19. Adding 6 plus 7, 13, 10, 12, 22,338 is the LCM of these two numbers. So therefore, we have found out LCM, that is 22,338. So now this is the LCM of the given two numbers. So So this is how you solve. So ನಮಗೆ HCF ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಾಗ ನಾವು ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರೈಸೇಷನ್ ಮೆಥಡ್ ಇಂದ LCM ಅನ್ನು ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತಹ ಅವಶ್ಯಕತೆ ಇರುವುದಿಲ್ಲ. It is because you already know the formula. The product of HCF and LCM of two numbers is equal to the product of the given two numbers. So you have to make use of this formula. Already I have told you that this is very important. The formula HCF into LCM is equal to product of the given two numbers. So very important. So using this formula you need to solve so many problems. Okay. So idanna ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೇ ಬೇಕಾದದ್ದು. Now let's move to question number 5. Question number 5 of exercise 1.1. Check whether 6 to the power n check whether 6 to the power n can end with the digit 0. Can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. For any natural number n. Question is to check whether 6 to the power n can end with the digit 0 for any natural number n. So now just think of, for any number to end with the 0, what should be its prime factors? So when we multiply the prime factors of a number, in which case we will get 0 at the end. Okay, ಇದನ್ನ think ಮಾಡಿ. ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಮಲ್ಟಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ ನಂಬರ್ಸ್ ಇದ್ರೆ ನಮಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ 0 ಸಿಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದಟ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಶುಡ್ ಎಂಡ್ ವಿತ್ 0. So for example, we have the prime numbers, right? So can you tell me which are prime numbers we have? ಯಾವ್ದೆಲ್ಲ prime numbers ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀರಾ? Yes, so we have 2, 3, 5, 7, 11 and so on. So these are the prime numbers we have, right? Among these prime numbers, prime numbers alli, when we multiply the two prime numbers, in which case we are going to get 0? Yes, obviously, whatever you are guessing is right. It is 2 and 5, right? When we multiply 2 and 5, we will get 10. Means that number which has the prime factors where we have both 2 and 5 will end with 0. Okay. So now let us write for 6n to end with 0. For 6n to end with 0, end with the digit 0, its prime factors should contain both 2 and 5. So prime factors of the number 6n should have the factor 2 as well as 5. Prime factorization ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 5, 2 and 5 prime factors ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕು. Only in that case 6n can have digit 0 at its end. Now let's do the prime factorization of 6. Okay. 6. So we have 2 3s are 6, 3 1s are 3. Okay. So the prime factors of 6 are prime factors of 6 is equal to 2 into 3. So what we wanted? We wanted the number 2 and 5 in the prime factorization of the number 6n. So 6n ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುವಂತರದಲ್ಲಿ 6 ಕಾಮನ್ ಅಲ್ಲ, 6 ಇದು ಫ್ಯಾಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ಬರೆದ್ರೆ ಅದರ ಪವರ್ ಅನ್ನ n. Okay, it's power of factors. If we raise it to n, we will get 6n. So now when you prime factorize 6, you will see that we have only 2 and 3 which are the factors. So now can the number 6n end with 0? No, right? Why? Because already I have told you that the factors should have numbers 2 and 5. Okay. So now we can write, since the factor of 6, since both 2 and 5, since both 2 and 5 are not the factors of 6, are not the factors of 6, 6n cannot end with the digit, cannot end with the digit 0. So this is the answer. I hope it is clear. I will repeat it. We want to check whether 6n can end with the digit 0. For 6n to end with the digit 0, its prime factors should contain both 2 and 5. Why it is both 2 and 5? Because when we multiply 2 and 5, we are going to get 10, where the end digit will be 10. Now, if you multiply any other prime number for this 10, no, you will get 0 at the end. Okay, that's what is the logic. Now, when you factorize 6, you see that the factors of 6 are 2 and 3. 6 ಗೆ ಇರುವಂತದ್ದು ಎರಡೇ factors, ಅದು ಕೂಡ 2 ಮತ್ತೆ 3. So since you have the numbers 2 and 3 as the prime factors of 6, we wanted both 2 and 5. Now since both 2 and 5 are not the factors of 6, 6n cannot end with 0. 2 and 5 ಎರಡೂ ನಮಗೆ prime factors ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗಬೇಕಿತ್ತು, ಅವುಗಳು prime factors ಆಗಿ ಸಿಗಲಿಲ್ಲ, ಹಾಗಾಗಿ 6n cannot end with 0. Okay, I hope you have understood this solution. Now let us move on to solve question number 6. So let us solve it now. Question number 6. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. Are composite numbers. Explain why 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13 and 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 are composite numbers. So now we are given with two numbers, right? So let us consider the first number as A. I will write A, that is 7 into 11 into 13 plus 13. And let me take the other number as B. ಎರಡು numbers ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದನ್ನ A ಇನ್ನೊಂದನ್ನ B ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ತಗೊಳ್ವಾ. So we have 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5. So now let us consider number A. Here 13 is common, right? Okay, so I can take out 13 as a common number. So I'll write A is equal to 13 which we have removed as common. Then we are left with 7 into 11 into 1 since 13 has been taken out. Okay, plus 1. So let us simplify. We have 13. 7 into 11, 77. Into 1 is 77. Plus 1 is 78. Okay. Now let us come this side. B is equal to. So here you can see 5 is a number that is common in both sides of the plus symbol. Okay. So 5 common agi tegde. Then we have 7 into 6. So since we have taken 5 as common, there we are left with 1 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 plus 5 anna common agi tegbi. So we are left with 1. Okay. So let us simplify. 5 into 7 into 6, 42. Into 1 is 42. So into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. Okay. 4 3s are 12. 12 into 2, 24 plus 1. So this is equal to 5 into 42 into 24. Let us multiply. Okay, 42 into 24. 4 2s are 8. 4 4s are 16. 2 2s are 4. 4 2s are 8. 8, 0, 10. 1008. So we have 1008 plus 1. That is 1009. Okay. So now 13 is a prime number. Let us prime factorize the number 78. 78 anna prime factorization ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ವಾ. I will just write it here. Okay. Prime factorization of 78. So let's divide it by 2. 2 3s are 6. 2 9s are 18. Let's divide this by 3. 3 1s are 3. 3 3s are 9. So 13 is a prime number. 13 1s are 13. So let us write 17 as its prime factors. So we have 13 into 78 is written as 2 into 3 into 13. So this can be written starting with the smallest number 2 into 3 into 13 squared. Since 13 is present 2 times, I can write this as 13 square. Okay. So now the number A is written as 2 into 3 into 13 square. Now coming to the number B, we have 5 into 1009. Okay. So 1009 is a prime number. 5 is a prime number. So B can be written as 5 into 1009. So now you can see that these two numbers can be expressed as product of prime numbers. So I will write A and B both can be expressed as product of primes. Can be expressed as product of prime numbers. So now you know any number which can be expressed as product of the prime numbers. ಯಾವುದೇ ನಂಬರ್ ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು ಪ್ರಾಡಕ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಪ್ರೈಮ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದಾದ್ರೆ then those numbers are called as composite number. So we have studied this in the beginning of this chapter itself, right? Any number which can be expressed as product of prime number are composite numbers, and hence we write therefore A and B both are composite numbers. Both are composite numbers. Hence the answer. So we know that any number can be expressed as product of prime, right? We have studied every composite number can be expressed as product of prime in one and only one way. So what we have done, the given two numbers, we have considered it as number A and number B. Okay. So then we have written those given numbers as product of prime numbers. So hence it can be proved that both the numbers are composite numbers. I hope you have understood the solution. Now let's move on to the question number 7. So we have question number 7. There is a circular path. Question number 7. There is a circular path around a sports field. There is a circular path around a sports field. So we have a circular path around a sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes. Sonia takes 18 minutes to drive one round of the field. To drive one round of the field. While Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. While Ravi takes 12 minutes for the same. So there is a circular field around this, circular path around this sports field. Sonia takes 18 minutes and Ravi takes 12 minutes to drive around the field. Suppose they both start at the same point and at the same time. At the same point, suppose they start at the same point at the same time, and go in the same direction, and go in the same direction. After how many minutes will they meet again? After how many minutes? After how many minutes will they meet again? After how many minutes will they meet again? At this starting point. At the starting point. So this is the question. So here in the question they have told that there is a circular path around the sports field. So let us consider the circular path. Okay, I will just draw here. So now let us consider this as the circular path around the sports field, where Sonia takes 18 minutes and Ravi takes 12 minutes to drive around this circular field. Now in the question they have told that they start from the same point and they move in the same direction. ಈ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ರವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಈ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಅಂತ ಇಟ್ಕೊಂಡ್ರೆ, ಸೊ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ ಮಾರ್ಕ್ ಹಾಕಿದಂತ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್, if we consider that Ravi and Sonia both start from this particular point. Okay, so here both Ravi and Sonia will start their drive from this point and they move in the same direction. So suppose both are moving in this particular direction, where Sonia takes 18 minutes and Ravi takes 12 minutes to cover that circle once. Okay. Now the question is, after how many minutes will they meet again at the starting point? ಆ ಸರ್ಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಫೀಲ್ಡ್ ನಲ್ಲಿ ರವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಇಂದ ಒಂದೇ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದೇ ಟೈಮ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಜರ್ನಿನ. ರವಿ ಟೇಕ್ಸ್ 12 minutes and Sonia takes 18 minutes to complete one round. Okay. ಈಗ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, ಅವರು ಜರ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ ನಂತರ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ಇಬ್ಬರು ಒಂದೇ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಇನಿಷಿಯಲಿ ದೇ ಆರ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ ಫ್ರಮ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಪಾಯಿಂಟ್ ಅಟ್ ದಿ ಸೇಮ್ ಟೈಮ್. ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಅವರಿಬ್ರು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಂದು ರೌಂಡ್ ಆಗ್ಲಿಕ್ಕೆ ಟೈಮ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳುವಂತದ್ದು 18 minutes ಮತ್ತೆ 12 minutes. ಒಮ್ಮೆ ಅವರ ಜರ್ನಿ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆದ ನಂತರ ಯಾವ ಟೈಮಿಗೆ ರವಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಸೋನಿಯಾ ಇಬ್ರು ಮೀಟ್ ಆಗ್ತಾರೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಕೇಳಿರುವಂತದ್ದು. So for this question, we just need to find the LCM of 18 and 12. It's because LCM gives us the minimum time at which they both meet. Okay. So let us write the minimum time. The minimum time at which Ravi and Sonia will meet is the LCM of 18 and 12. Okay. So the minimum time at which both Sonia and Ravi will meet is the LCM of 18 and 12. So in order to find the LCM, we should prime factorize both 18 and 12. Okay. So let us write the prime factors of 18 and 12. So let's prime factorize. So I will just write it here. 18. So let's go for the prime factorization. 2 9s are 18. 3 3s are 9. 3 1s are 3. So let's prime factorize 12. 2 6s are 2 3s are 3 1s are. So now writing the prime factors of 18. So we have 18 is nothing but 2 into 3 into 3. 12 is nothing but 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Okay. So we have written the factors of 18 and 12. Now we need to find LCM, right? So LCM of 18 and 12. So now LCM means we have to consider the highest power of the factors. So we have 3 into 3 and we have 2 into 2. So therefore LCM of 18 into 12 is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. 2 2s are 4, 4 3s are 12, 12 3s are 36. So 36 is the LCM of 18 and 12, and therefore the answer is that Sonia and Ravi will meet after 36 minutes. Sonia and Ravi will meet again after 36 minutes. And this is the answer for this particular question. So since they have asked when they will meet once their journey has begun. Okay. So you are supposed to find the LCM of 18 and 12. And that will give you the answer. That will be the time duration after which both Sonia and Ravi will meet again. So by this, we have come to an end of solution for exercise 1.1 of the chapter 1 of 10th standard mathematics, real numbers. So ಈ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ ಗೆ ಆನ್ಸರ್ ಅನ್ನ ಫೈಂಡ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರೊಂದಿಗೆ ಎಕ್ಸರ್ಸೈಸ್ 1.1 ನ ಎಲ್ಲಾ ಕ್ವೆಶನ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. Question number 1 to 3 is solved in first part of the video, and in this part of the video we have solved from question number 4 to 7. So solve ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತಹ ವಿಧಾನ ಹಾಗೆ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿಯಾಗಿ ಆನ್ಸರ್ಸ್ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳುದು ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೆ ಸಹ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಭಾವಿಸ್ಕೊಳ್ತಾ ಇದ್ದೇನೆ. I hope you have understood how you can solve all the questions of exercise 1.1. I will end this video here. In the upcoming part of the video, I will be providing you the solution for exercise 1.2 of real numbers. ಮುಂದಿನ ವಿಡಿಯೋದಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸಸೈಸ್ 1.2 ನ ಸೊಲ್ಯೂಷನ್ ಒಂದಿಗೆ ನಾನು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಮುಂದೆ ಬರ್ತೇನೆ. Thank you for watching. Stay connected. Keep learning. Take care. Bye bye.